What do you see when you look up at the night sky? If you're lucky, maybe it's a shooting star. You know how as a kid, they would ask you what you would wish for? Yeah, I remember always wanting to soar through the clouds too. Break that magical barrier when I sprinted, and scatter pebbles with only a glance. Come to think of it, lifting a skyscraper from its foundation with only my left arm would be cool even now. I say left because I could probably already do it with my right. But in all seriousness, what did you wish for all those years ago? Whatever it was, I bet it's not what I'd hear now. Funny when wishes actually really mean something more, they all stop asking. As if wishes are just for small naive children. I mean, sure, maybe there was a kid who just wanted mother to smile for once on Christmas morning. Or another who just wanted the yelling to go quiet. But things change. You change. Maybe everything is teetering on that narrow pedestal of wants and needs. Maybe your younger self still holds on to something that you threw into that rusted out dumpster in the back alleyway all those years ago. So what's the point about focusing on what could be, what could have been, or even the never? We've all heard about what they had to say about stiffening up and being a soldier, as if true courage is blankly staring 1,000 yards ahead, never even daring to glance into that rear view, tearing along, doing 25 over the limit in the dark. If it's so childish, I have to wonder why the library has all those numerous shelves dedicated to fiction. Well, unless it's all just for the kids, that is. Maybe your favorite high fantasy sci-fi romantic comedy crime thriller isn't any different from that vibrantly illustrated plotline of James learning how to tie his shoes. Maybe it just isn't adult enough. I'd beg to differ from art that I've seen in some novels, but that's for a different topic. Even if it's literature with illustrations, though, we've all heard what they have to say about pictures being worth countless words. Maybe they just don't understand that fantasy has less to do with explaining and more to do with how it feels. Maybe when the moon is highest up in the black, it's a running game, only to yell, kick, bite, and scream. Maybe in the middle of the night, as autumn's cooling breeze whispers of winter's forthcoming shadow, you wander that blue one-way road under the lights of a dying street lamp. And notice how I didn't even need to mention that you were all alone, because deep down in your heart, you already knew. I mean, I get it. They just don't understand what it means when somebody is running from the pain. Despite what they say, it's okay to be scared. Even if I were twisted enough to invalidate it, I'd be a monumental hypocrite because I'm scared too. In fact, I'm terrified. That's the whole reason I latched on so hard to a fandom with a grip stronger than reinforced titanium back in high school. It's the reason that single flicker of candlelight miles out in the darkness burned brighter than the surface of the sun. But what if I told you it's gonna be okay? Sure, scoff at me. Scream in my face, kick in my knees, and break my arms for even suggesting something like that. But what if there was something stronger than that thing that cripples you? Yeah, I know how it sounds, but we all need a reminder sometimes. Now, I'm not trying to say that fantasy is the coward's way out. That couldn't be further from the truth, actually. Maybe challenging what they've been saying all this time and realizing that things could be different is worth more than any shining violet badge in the shape of a heart. Who knows? Maybe they stopped asking what you wished for all those years ago because they think you're just too old to dream. Maybe they stopped because it just hurts you too much to admit it. Or maybe they just simply don't care. The truth will likely never be known, but despite the reason, I know it still hurts. Maybe they just need someone to hold a mirror up in front of their nose or something, but I know what it means to wish. When yet another year passes and one realizes just how quickly the sun is setting, it's a reminder of what's really important. Maybe that's why we make a wish on that special day every year when we blow out those candles. Now, I'm not telling you what to do or how to feel. Everyone's been through enough of that already. Sure, Hayley Williams did have a point about how airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars, but maybe there's a smaller step that comes first before marching onto that terminal. So keep gazing on those clear nights after the clouds have passed. In case you're wondering, I have a lot of wishes too. I wish I wasn't so scared of the future. I wish I didn't cringe in the mirror. I wish that I actually had somebody who I could sit with during lunchtime in public school for all those years. I wish I didn't get shoved in the hallways, and the teachers actually cared about me. I wish people were kinder to one another, a sustainable future, an equitable society, and so much more. But I also wish that your wishes come true. Because maybe, and I say maybe, if even only one of them were granted, you'd hurt just a little bit less.